to GamesMaster's desert island, where life is hard and we have to make do with what's washed up on the shore. Recently, we found this plastic milk crate which Leanne has fashioned into an impromptu buffet. Yesterday, we came upon this polythene sheet, which Helena has magically transformed into a conservatory extension. And why? Earlier today, we found this fantastic Honda CBR 900 RRR double overhead cam 16-valve fuel injection fireblade. I'd now like to invite the viewers to pick themselves off the floor following that fantastic gag, and let's find out what's on today's show.
All Saints get ready for some hot four-way action with Poi Poi. And we begin with an event we call Buff My Helmet for Extra Speed.
My first challenge of the day is on the brand new arcade title, Motocross Go. Straddle on a large, throbbing machine, my two contestants must race to the finish on the intermediate course, taking care not to come unstuck on the many jumps and hairpin bends along the way. As usual, we'll be striding between each player's screen to keep abreast of the action, which I expect to be fast and furious. So let's grab the throttle and hit the dirt.
Now, as you know, we've always strived for credibility on GamesMaster. Remember Robocop from Series 4? So please welcome to play this two real-life men of motocross, Paul Maitland and Justin Morris. Welcome, Justin.
How you doing, all right?
Paul, you're on 125cc bikes, yeah, but Justin, you're on 250cc.
Yeah.
So that means you're twice as hard.
I'm a man, basically,
yeah.
as it comes down to it.
Well, that's right, yeah. You know, I mean, I started off on 500cc when I was like 17.
Right.
And I sort of like worked my way down, not because of any sort of, you know, particular reason, but that's just what suited me at the time.
You thought it was too hard on the 500cc.
Oh, no, I was the
17, really.
I was a 17-year-old whiz kid whippersnapper, you know, and sort of like kicking all the big guys.
And let's just talk briefly now about crashes. Now, we're not saying they're a good thing, but they are amusing if you can walk away at the end of them. So what's the kind of worst ones that you've had?
I've had a couple sort of high speed across the top of a hillside, caught a bump just as I took off and sort of like ended sort of like 900 feet sort of like through the air before I hit the ground at the bottom of the hill and just kept going, and got away and walked away from it. But on the other hand,
no broken bones at all?
No broken bones, just like a bent bike.
Any chafing?
No chafing, but then at the same time you can have like a real slow crash.
Yeah.
And I broke both bones in my leg, broke a rib and a collarbone and a lung, you know. So
and a dirty pair of pants.
And a dirty pair of pants, and yeah, it's not good. Doesn't look cool.
What about you, Justin? What's the scariest scrape you've had?
Dislocated my shoulder twice. Put an exhaust through my leg.
Put an exhaust through your leg?
I did indeed, yeah. It's one
I thought you had to pay a lot of money in private health for that.
Oh, well.
How did that happen? Did you get on the wrong end of the bike or something?
Yeah, basically, I was proceeding in the crash.
Start of the race.
Yeah. I was going through a crash and I happened to save it, but my leg was hanging out the back of the bike sort of thing, and the exhaust just went straight through my thigh.
Did the doctor believe you when you phoned them up?
Well,
I've got an exhaust in my leg. No, you don't. It's probably my thing.
Yeah, that was one of the worst injuries of my time.
Oh, the finger, yeah.
The index finger.
Yeah. How did that come off?
I caught it between the clutch lever and handlebar grip, and I actually sort of physically tore it off myself. Which is quite amusing.
Okay, we've heard about the boys' injuries. While I whip out my own personal war wounds,
What about yours?
You can take a look at today's news. It may be a brand new year, but the craze for revamping classic games of old continues unabated. This time it's 10-year-old NES title Metal Gear that's been given the update treatment. In the 90s sequel, Metal Gear Solid, you take on the role of a top master spy, and each of the game's huge levels chronicles your attempts to free hostages, blow up bridges, and desperately impress female colleagues with your collection of silencers. Comparisons with Resident Evil are inevitable, but already Metal Gear Solid is being touted in Japan as the most ambitious 3D project ever. With several billion polygons being used to render a single balaclava, this game looks set to deliver with some of the most dazzling graphics yet seen on the PlayStation. And with Konami's top-level designers on the job, it may just prove to be the GoldenEye beta that Sony have been praying for. We'll see for ourselves when Metal Gear Solid quite literally arrives this spring. Proof, if proof were needed, that Japanese people have a bit too much spare time on their hands. Digital cameras for Game Boys have just reached their shops, and images can be captured and manipulated with the accessory's built-in software, allowing you to completely humiliate close personal friends by grafting on misshapen body parts. A UK release seems unlikely because we are smart. Namco, normally a name associated with the sight of big men in pyjamas hitting each other, has plunged into the footy world with Libero Grand. Using a first-person Tomb Raider-style gameplay, you control a single player, and you can link up with other machines for the first multiplayer football experience in arcade history. Unfortunately, their grammar is still terrible.
Welcome back to GamesMaster. We've got motocross boys Paul Malin and Justin Morris are going to take on the bizarrely titled Motocross Go. Helping me to translate that into English is Derek Lynch from Namco Wonder Parks. Why is it called Motocross Go?
Well, in Japanese, the Go has a different meaning of excitement and power,
right,
and expression.
It basically means pants in Japanese, isn't it? Motocross pants. Now, Derek, obviously, you're no stranger to something big and powerful between your legs, are you?
I used to have those about myself, yeah.
And did you get any scrapes like the guys? The guys have broken bones and everything like that. Did you ever get any crashes?
I did, actually. I did. I was on a bike with a friend of mine, and he was saying, "Look, watch the road, watch where you're going." And I said, "Don't tell me where." Excellent. Excellent.
Would you recommend that it's a good idea to actually look at the road in front of you when you're riding?
I think so, yeah, I think so.
Okay, now, on to serious matters, Derek.
Okay.
Right, what's the best tip you can give the guys on this?
Well, on this, try and keep the bike steady, much like the real thing, really. And no sharp moves. Take corners, lean into it, and keep a good hold on that handlebar, and you'll be okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Derek. Right, the challenge, it's a first past the post, one section race. Best of luck, guys. Start your engines. Both the guys are going on the same bike. Here we're going to start. We're going to start with Paul Malin, who's going to be riding the blue bike. And Justin Walsh is going to be in the yellow. You can see Justin just ahead of Paul there. But Paul, a great overtaking manoeuvre on the outside. No, he doesn't manage to do it. Paul is still in the lead. The lead's changing hands all the time, Derek.
That's right. We see they're trying to keep steady and trying to avoid the side which will slow them down. They've gone over the jump here, and they're moving up to this major corner. If they can hold it on this corner, it could be really good.
You can still see just ahead of Paul there is Justin in the yellow bike. He is still in the lead. We're still staying on Paul's feet. That's a brilliant overtaking manoeuvre there, but he just back to the side when he lost it. Let's go over to Justin's screen now in the yellow bike. You can see Paul ahead of Justin now, Derek.
That's right. So Justin's trying to keep a good line, and he's going to catch him. He could catch him, but it's quite difficult in this area, on this corner.
Oh, we're a wipeout there from Paul. He's back on his bike, but Justin has the lead. It's going to be quite difficult now for Paul to catch up, Derek.
That's right. Justin's gone through the well, he did a stunt there. He did a little stunt.
Okay, but let's go back to Paul's machine now. We can see he has made up some good time. You can see the yellow bike just in front of him there. He's making good ground, Derek.
Of course.
There's Paul, Derek, in the blue bike. There's the yellow one in front of him. Okay, now we're coming to this tight left-hander here. Paul's going to do another thing, but he just wipes out. I reckon that Justin cut him off there,
That's
Derek.
right. Justin hit him, and he went shooting right over the side, and that was it for him. But could he come back?
Okay, we are with Paul's bike now. We can see it in the horizon. We can see the little yellow triangle, which means that is Justin's bike. There's not that much left of the course. Paul's really going to have to go now. Let's take a look at Justin's screen.
Okay, he's going over under the merry-go-round. He's through into this section of the track, and he's still holding the lead.
Let's go back to Paul. He's just overtaken him. Oh no, but he's outside of it. Then he crashes, which means Justin takes the lead again. He did some great racing, Paul, but then he's getting road rage or something just for him there. Justin is in the lead, so let's look at Paul's position here. Paul, we're coming up for the final bend. He's running up to more. No, Justin doesn't. Justin goes to the finishing line. Paul finishes in eternity afterwards. Justin is the winner. Right, Paul Malin, you drove like a maniac. You were coming from behind a lot of the time. Nothing wrong with that necessarily. But when you did, you kept crashing.
Well, no, the first time I came up behind a slow guy and he took me out and put me down. I think Justin had paid him. And then when I came up and overtook Justin put me down. And then I had to do it all to do. And then I just ran out of time, basically. So, but it was his dirty tactics that kept me from winning the race.
Do you think, Justin, that Because Paul mucks around on piddly wee 125cc things and you're used to the bigger butcher bike, that held you in good stead for this?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It completely, you know, showed the men from the boys, really.
That's right. I mean, the bikes there were 250s, and I'm not
yeah.
using them. Yeah.
I mean, it was inevitable that I was going to win, really. So that was that, really.
OK, we're very proud to say that the winner of the GamesMaster Golden Joystick 4 Motocross Gold goes to Justin Morris. OK, while I contemplate whether wearing pyjamas like that while riding a motorbike comes within new EU guidelines, we'll take a look at today's reviews.
Having failed the audition for the part of Raptor in Jurassic Park, wee cute green dinosaur Yoshi appears on the N64 in Yoshi's Story. In charge of the project, none other than the Japanese gaming genius and Mario inventor, Shigeru Miyamoto.
The godfather of gameplay is back with a 2D platformer that will just blow you away.
Absolutely. I mean, forget technology. This is an object lesson in how to make a brilliantly designed, playable game. You can take your texture maps, polygons, and stuff them straight up your little green baby dinosaur, because this game is brilliant. Graphically, it has a lot in common with the first Yoshi game on the SNES. It's very childlike, very dreamy. The whole thing looks like it's been set in a nursery, but it doesn't detract from the fact that it's fiendishly addictive.
As with most Nintendo games, there's a very large number of levels to explore here, and every single one has a little amusing sequence in it, or a little new twist or turn. Yoshi's Story comes along and dispels any fears of the 2D genre being dead.
Now, the thing about this game is that it transcends its cutesy settings by being superbly designed. It's got a well-paced learning curve that will have you coming back again and again.
You know, there's something very pathetic about a grown man walking around attacking spiders and flies with a puny can of spray. Much better at taking them out using big guns and explosives, which is what you can do in Shadow Master on the PlayStation.
Shadow Master is a very good example of a modern arcade game. It's very slick, very well presented.
This is one of those games that you can just pick up and instantly play. It takes 5 seconds to get into it, and as soon as you start, the adrenaline is pumping through your system. The creators of this game, Psygnosis, have already used these kind of lighting and visual effects before. I mean, they've used it in Colony Wars, they've used it in G-Police, and now they've brought the thing firmly on the ground with Shadow Master. It's very, very visual.
The game's designers seem to have taken an awful lot of influence from the Alien films. There's a lot of sort of hooded, clawed nasties wandering around, a lot of spiders, insects, general creepy crawlies.
The nearest comparison for me is Forsaken, which is yet another incredible game. And at the moment, there's very little in the way of first-person shooters that can remotely compare to it.
The bottom line to this game is that it's very, very scary. Atmospherically, it's very claustrophobic. The monsters seem to come out of nowhere, and the whole feel of it is cramped, dark, and terrifying.
We go to great lengths to get the celebrities on this show. We'll whisk them by limousine from lunch at the Ritz. We'll fly them by helicopter from their retreat in the Bahamas. More often than not, though, we'll drag them by bike from the obscurity of Panto. All to take part in our Celebrity Challenge.
The young people today are particularly well known for their short tempers. But my challenge tonight, on Poi Poi on the PlayStation, brings an unwelcome new meaning to the childish tantrum. Each of my contestants will take on the role of a boisterous brat on the flat land level of the game and attempt to vanquish their three opponents with a selection of rocks, logs, and explosive rockets. Each player will have a variety of throwing moves at his disposal, and as well as restoring health, occasional power-ups can make a character very fast, very slow, or in the case of a black time bomb, very big. The joystick winner is simply the last babe standing, and apart from that, anything goes.
Right, our guests today have got an album out in the charts, and on that album in the studio they worked with KG, Cameron McVeigh and Johnny Douglas, which is bizarrely coincidental because they've just finished an extension to My Patio. Please welcome All Saints. to the show, Shazni.
Thank you.
Welcome, thanks very much indeed for coming on.
Thank you.
Welcome, Natalie.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mel. Now, Shazni, let's begin with you. Now, you have got a tattoo. We're big fans of tattoos on this show.
Oh, excellent.
Whereabout is your tattoo? And what is that tattoo of?
It's rabbit. Chinese year of the rabbit, that's what I am.
Right.
It's my Japanese.
Now, we also like piercings on this show.
I have mine there.
Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't. It didn't hurt either. I don't remember. I had about 4 or 5 years ago in the Woodstock reunion in New York. And some big hippie called Shadow did it. And that's all I remember.
Because I've always wanted to get one done, because the belly things are a bit old, but I want to get a massive brass door knocker put on one of my buttocks. Well, so
what about a doorbell?
But if you're at a party and someone wants to talk to you, they can just knock.
No, a doorbell would be more modern. Doorbell.
Get a bit of a shot. Now you two are sisters.
Yes.
Natalie, you and Nicky are sisters. Now, did you do that like sisterly thing when you were growing up, where did you nick each other's clothes and stuff like that?
If she nicked my clothes, I beat her up.
Well, we still do. I beat her up now and she nicks my clothes.
What do you mean? I don't touch your clothes.
Because I've got a sister like that, and she bizarrely, she nicked my clothes. And my house, and my car, and £20,000 from my bank account. So if you have seen Teresa Diamond anywhere, I'll look you for her. Now, I would imagine being in a girl band is one of the best things in the world. I'd certainly love to be in one. Wait, Mel, what is the best and worst things about being in a girl band?
Just being together with a bunch of girls and having fun, you know, like friends, and it's like, it's cool. Worst bit, fighting, bitching, pulling hair, scratching.
PMS.
Oh yeah, that's that time of the month.
Any of you who don't know about that, wait till you get your first girlfriend, and you certainly will. Okay, while I search for videos of all saints fighting and biting and scratching and pulling each other's hair, we're going to have a commercial break. To GamesMaster, our special guest today are All Saints. They've brought along with them their big collection of tattoos, piercings and whatnots. They're going to play Poi Poi. Help me out in the co-commentary box, Rick Henderson. Rick, well aware of your fantastic pirate-like earrings. Have you got any secret tattoos?
I've only got one very secret tattoo, and it's not even on my own body.
Whose is it on? It's on that person you murdered and buried under the concrete. All right, then, it's a very, very simple challenge. The winner is going to be the last girl standing. Best of luck to all 4 of you. Off we go. Okay, Shazni is in the blue, Natalie is in the green, Nicky is in the white, and Mel is in the turquoise there in the bottom right corner. At the bottom you can see the energy bars there in the shape of hearts. Whenever they go right down the bottom, the girls are kaput at the moment. If we look at player 1, Shazni, her energy bar's down really low already, Rick.
Yeah, she's doing very badly. I mean, the big secret of this game is not to pick up the big objects. Although that will cause more damage on your opponent, it will actually take longer to pick it up, and you'll just be standing around while people are bashing you.
Fantastic rock throwing action there. That was from Nicky there. She landed a cracker. And it's still no Shazni, who's the weakest. Shazni, not a great deal of energy left. But Natalie there is she's quite low as well. She's in the green there. It's top throwing massive large objects action. Ahoy, Rick.
Yeah, Nicky's doing very well, mainly because she's keeping out of the action and throwing bombs and rocks from a long distance away. Everybody else seems to be clustered around the same area.
Oh no, we got a danger flash. Let me step in here. Mel in the top boys is flashing. Danger, we can see her there. She's got a short kind of skin in it. She's wobbling, she's licking dozzy, she's off, she's down. Little white Shazni in the blue, she looks as if she's out the action as well, just about.
Yeah, they've both got a little amount of energy left. They can continue if they pick up energy bonuses.
And Shazni has done it. Oh no, but she has picked up a little bit of energy, but now it's back down again. Who's in the latest out? Natalie playing Bubba in the green, her energy the strongest. Oh, we've got other talent. Shazni is out of it now. She's the first one down. Nicky in the white and Mel in the top guys are similarly low. Natalie still in the lead. She's got a little kick left now. Someone's been picked up, Rick.
That's an absolutely fantastic feature of this game. You can pick up the dying corpses of your fellow people.
Indeed, because that's another retirement. Mel in the top guys out. We've got 2 left. We've got Natalie in the green. Nicky in the white. It's a good throw. Is that it? No. Still a little bit of energy left. There's 1-on-1 here. There's a blow. We've got a retirement. That's Melanie and Nicky. To talk about the merits of your performances in reverse order. Shazni, starting with you. You didn't last terribly long there.
No, I'm not very good at this game. I'm a professional at Street Fighter.
That's not bad. That's about 17th on our all-time good excuses. Rhoda, then Mel, you were the next one to copy. What were you finding difficult?
Holding the actual control pad.
Not many people find that part hard, the holding of the joystick.
Well,
is that a size thing?
It could well be.
Now, we were left with the two sisters having a fight.
She was trying to like blow me up all the time. She was throwing things at me all the time. She even picked me up and threw me, didn't you? I certainly did. She wouldn't leave me alone.
Well, I think it's not bad. The order of merit has been decided quite almost literally by standard of to 2, and the winner of the Golden GamesMaster joystick is Nikki!
Yay! Give me my money.
Now, I've actually got a tattoo. I have a pair of pants tattooed on just in case my trousers fall down any day, and I've forgotten to put some on. Because of legal reasons, that's not the subject of today's feature.
The fate of the universe will be decided as it should be.
Immortal Combat.
Funnily enough, Stephen Hawkins wrote a book about the very same thing. Having conquered the big screen once already, B-list actors everywhere are strapping on styrofoam chests for the second round of the greatest pan-dimensional punch-up in the world. Break out the bikinis and hockey masks, it's Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Once again, nasty, rotten, bad bloke Shang Tsung has opened up a gateway to Earth and has dragged our heroes away from a peaceful life of monk hugging. So, cue girls in leather fighting each other, of course. As well as the standard martial arts moves, the actors had to undergo a strict training regime of ballet dancing, playing hide-and-seek, and trampolining. Despite all this, Mortal Kombat Annihilation promises to be a special effects bonanza, with computer graphics and models combining to reproduce the characters we've all come to love so much.
We're doing something that's never been done before in special effects. We're having 100% digitally animated creatures fight in hand-to-hand Mortal Kombat with human beings.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you eat that thing.
This is a movie that gives you action. This is a movie that gives you drama. This is a movie that gives you comedy. This is a movie that gives you good versus evil. This is a movie that gives you confidence.
In spite of having metal arms in the film, if you're called Lin, you're soft. However, punters may well find the cinematic versions of Jade, Sonya and Katana make them considerably harder.
We have a great martial arts happening on this one, very stylized, and I think it's going to be more of a ride than the first one.
And talking of rides, I still haven't had my date from you, Talisa. Anyway, with the games, the comic, and now 2 movies under his belt, the Mortal Kombat saga looks set to become the biggest video game franchise ever. The arrival of the Broadway musical is surely just a matter of time, but while you're waiting, Mortal Kombat Annihilation opens nationwide on February the 20th.
Can it be so? I'm afraid it can be. There's only 4 more GamesMasters to go. That means 4 weeks until the television world weeps more tears than the male guests at Pamela Anderson's wedding. Good night.